Welcome to southwestern Minnesota, home of Little House on the Prairie. Hello my friends, and welcome to Tom's Tinkering and Adventures. Here today on the farm I grew up on in southwestern Minnesota. And this is a small farm outside of a small town, Milroy, which is about 15 minutes away from Walnut Grove, Minnesota. So those of you who are old enough to remember a TV show in the 70s and 80s, Little House on the Prairie. And this is where that happened. Not so much the TV show, which was filmed in California, but the books by Laura Ingalls WIlder. Now, the TV show was a fictional, semi-fictional depiction of actual events. The Ingalls family didn't live in Walnut Grove for way too long at all, only I think about 1.5 years to 2 years. But there is some history here, and today I am going to take you down to Plum Creek and into the city of Walnut Grove, and we will see if the Laura Ingalls WIlder Museum is available, and we'll check it out. If you're familiar with the books at all, the majority of her life was actually not spent here in Minnesota at all. So the TV show, while it's a very good show and very fun to watch, is not accurate historically. And people who are from other areas where Laura Ingalls WIlder lived probably don't much care for the show, but that's all right. We'll show you what it looks like today. Well, here we are in the thriving town of Walnut Grove, Minnesota, as seen on the water tower up here. And this is the Laura Ingalls WIlder Museum. I don't know how much of it is going to be open right now because it's winter time, of course. I don't know if my parents want to be on video, but there they are. They're not into the video stuff so much. And here's some outside exhibits. Don't know if I'll be able to take video inside. I'll ask, and if not, I'll take some photos. It's about a brisk 15 degrees today, and we're heading in. Okay, well, unfortunately, this time of year, the museum is closed. It'll be open in a few months, but here we have the On the Banks of Plum Creek monument here on the roadside of, boy, my parents are going to be upset if I get it wrong. I think this is County Road 5. And, like, here's the real story, not what they showed on the TV. Plum Creek is just right up over here. You see where these trees are? That's the river itself, and the family lived here in a sod house they built on the river, and right over here is a farm that was purchased in the 40s, and at that point they didn't realize that's where the Ingalls family lived, but a historian figured it out, and you can go visit over here. There's not anything really left as far as I know. I haven't been down there, but what I heard, it's just basically a depression along the side of the river. But that's also closed due to all this white stuff. Right here, bridge, obviously redone recently. Well, I say recently, that's 24 years ago. And this is Plum Creek right here, just about a half a mile away from where the monument was over there. So if you followed this down, you'd get to where the sod house was down here for the real history, not the TV history of Little House on the Prairie, which actually that book was not even set here in Walnut Grove. On the Banks of Plum Creek was the book that was set here. So once again, Hollywood did not get the facts correct, but it's still, like I said, a very fun show, and this is a part of history of Laura Ingalls WIlder in her childhood. And if you you look across here, you can kind of see why they would call it Little House on the Prairie. It's pretty open land out here. Actually, we're standing right in the middle of a road. There's no one coming. Very rural out here. Well, I'm back on the old farmstead here, and didn't get to see the inside of the museum. Like I said, it's closed for the winter, but we got to go in the gift shop and got to see the roadside marker and all that kind of goodness. But maybe I'll get in there at a later date when I come visit again. There's a little bit less of this white stuff on the ground. Until then, you know, if you're liking my videos, give me a thumbs up, leave a comment down below, and if you're not already a subscriber, please consider doing so. Thank you very much for watching. Get out there and find your adventure. Adios.